We have Hubertus Troska with us. Hubertus Troska is a member of the management board of the Daimler AG. He is responsible for the China activities of Daimler, and Hubertus Troska is also a member of the supervisory board of Daimler Truck AG. Mr. Troska, what are the most important Mercedes highlights at the Shanghai Auto Show?
2021, and that especially is visible in Auto Shanghai, is the year of the EQ. So we're going to show 3 new fully electric Mercedes-Benz EQ vehicles. 2 vehicles in the most important growing segment of compact SUVs, the EQA and the EQB. Obviously, the EQA is our entry-level vehicle and model for the compact luxury SUV, and the EQB is the vehicle for more family-oriented customers, which will be a 7-seater electric vehicle built in China. And then the third electric car we're showing in Shanghai is the EQS, the first full-size battery electric vehicle, very important for us in this important Chinese market. Then we have 2 other very important cars, the brand new C-Class long wheelbase produced in China. And you know, China is the biggest market for Maybach S-Class, so we're also launching in Shanghai the brand new, all new S-Class Maybach.
The new Mercedes EQS is a technology leader, prestigious luxury comfort, connectivity, design-driven, achieved by the large Hyper screen in the car, has a range of more than 750 kilometers. How important is that car for China?
As you rightfully say, the EQS is a very important model for us. We are traditionally, both in the world and in China, clearly the market leader in the high end of the segment. S-Class and S-Class Maybach, we are the dominating player in China. Therefore, the EQS is a very important model. You mentioned it, a vehicle 5.2 meters long with more than 750 kilometers range and some cutting edge technology. You mentioned the hyper screen, so 3 integrated big screens, OLED screens, and some other features that you will see like electric doors, rear axle steering, and some other high-tech features. So this is going to be an important statement of Mercedes-Benz in the high end of the market where we're traditionally at home. Of course, you will find all of the traditional Mercedes qualities of materials, craftsmanship in this vehicle at the high end of the market.
Battery electric vehicles, intelligent connected vehicles, autonomous driving. China will become one of the most important regions for technology and innovations. What does that mean for your business and your Mercedes strategy?
China is today the biggest car market of the world, the biggest luxury market of the world, and the biggest NEV market of the world. Therefore, clearly, the sheer size of the market is super attractive for new technologies and innovation. And given this size, we have many innovative new companies in China next to all the global players that want to be in China. Therefore, many new Chinese NEV players are also emerging, making inroads and actually establishing themselves very well in the Chinese market. On the same side, we have very strong Chinese internet companies with very efficient and very convenient product offerings for the customer. All this amounts to a super interesting market with new players. For us and our strategy, it means we're working with all the high-tech players in the Chinese market, both Chinese and domestic or foreign, and we're also working with many startups to capture those innovative spirits and those innovative trends, new suppliers in the Chinese market, both for China and the world. It also means that we're putting more capacities and capabilities of R&D into the Chinese market. Our team has grown or has tripled over the last years to more than 1,000 engineers in those areas of advanced engineering, autonomous connectivity, but also some of the key driving features. So we're expanding our R&D base here in China. And last but not least, obviously also the production footprint is growing. As you know, 3/4 of all of our production or all of our sales are actually built in China. So in Beijing, we have the biggest Mercedes plant in the world. And this is another step of being even more local and growing in this important market.
Mercedes-Benz is focusing on its traditional strength as a luxury brand. Chinese car buyers are becoming more sophisticated and more discerning when it comes to selecting a premium auto brand. How would you describe the Chinese premium car buyer?
That's an excellent question. Actually, I live 8 years in China now. I'm fascinated with these young Chinese buyers. The average age of a Mercedes buyer is 36 years old. That's almost 20 years younger than in our traditional Western markets. They're very tax savvy. They like technological innovation. They like quality. They appreciate good design, and they love connectivity. 1/3 of our customers are actually first-time buyers. So for 1/3 of our customers, it's the first car in their life. So they come with a lot of ambition and high expectations, rightfully so, to the premium brands and their services. And there's also some special requirements. I think you might have heard that we offer vehicles with longer wheelbases. Actually, many Chinese premium consumers use the cars for both private and business use, which means actually they take their customers in their cars, they pick them up, they send them off, which leads to higher usage of the rear seats than we're used to in the Western markets. And therefore, this has led to some unique product offerings in China that you don't find in other parts of the world. We have longer wheelbases, not only for S-Class, that's standard in the world, but for E-Class, for C-Class, even for A sedan, even for GLC, with more comfort and some technology features for our customers in China. It is a very unique market, fascinating to see how they love good premium brands and how they accept very good products.
Over the last years, Mercedes has reached a leading position in premium cars in China. What are your key success factors for reaching that position?
Indeed, our market position in 2013 was very different. We were way behind expectation and honestly also way behind our most important competitors. I think looking at today, where we have a very solid market position, the biggest levers for success have been, and it all starts with understanding and respecting Chinese customers. Over the time, and I've just made reference to some of the key requirements of Chinese customers, to understand those and put those into fascinating products is the number one requirement. The second one, of course, was a good collaboration with our Chinese partners. Very important in China, and I think over the years we've grown together very strong. Number three, more local R&D and obviously a strong local footprint. From all the cars we sell in China, 75% are locally produced. We have the biggest Mercedes-Benz plant in the world in Beijing. So that's another very important factor. And the last but not least is clearly having a very good team of very talented Chinese and some international experts working together to serve those ambitious, demanding customer. I think those are the four most important factors for success of any company here.
So let us take a look into the future. How important will be China for Mercedes in about 10 years? That means about 2030.
We can clearly say today, China is by far the biggest and most important market for Mercedes-Benz in the world. Actually, the growth of China has been breathtaking. If you just look at 2019, the premium market has grown by almost 10%. In 2020, the premium market grew again by 10%. As Mercedes, we've outgrown the market over the last 5 years. And last year, Mercedes-Benz, we sold 774,000 units in China. This is more than the number 2 and 3 markets in the world combined. And our growth last year was 12% almost. So coming to your question, I do think China has the biggest potential for further growth in the next 10 years. And I do believe it's fairly safe to say that also in 2030, China should be by far the biggest car and premium market in the world. It's definitely the right place to be if you're a car guy.
Mr. Troska, thank you very much for that insight into your strategy, into the Chinese car market, and your highlights at the Shanghai Auto Show. We appreciate very, very much to have you with us in our discussion. Thank you.